So while I was doing some spring cleaning, I found an old frame that I had for a poster from The Walking Dead. I loved The Walking Dead back in the day. Seasons 1 through 3 were my jam. Newer seasons after that kind of fell off. But anyways, I found this frame and it had no hanging hardware on the back, right? No brackets, no wire, nothing. I fell back on the old trusty 3M command strips that you might have seen before in a previous video that I've done on the channel. Then I thought, let's raise the stakes a little bit. Let's try to put this photo frame on a concrete wall that is unfinished, right? If you've ever hung anything off of a concrete wall, you know that that can be challenging, right? You definitely need a strong adhesive, but if you're trying to put in a screw or anything like that, you're fighting an uphill battle with the laws of physics and just the hardness that is concrete, right? You're talking specialized drill bits, specialized anchors, things like that. So if 3M command strips do work in this situation, that would be great. So let's go ahead and start the process and see how they work. So these are the command strips that I'll be using. Of course, these are made by 3M, and these are good for up to 4 pounds, and my picture frame is definitely good for that. There are also instructions on the back of the box in case you're ever curious to know how to install these. You can follow the instructions on the back of the box. But as you can see here, I'm simply separating the command strips apart, pushing them together, and I'm just going to split them into 2 pieces so that I can use those for the back of my frame. From there, I'm just going to pull off that adhesive backing and go ahead and put those on the frame. So what I do here is I go ahead and I put these on both sides, and once I've done that, I push on the command strips for up to 30 seconds to make sure that they adhere to the surface that they are supposed to adhere to. That's a very important step because if you just casually put them on and walk away, they tend to not stick as well as they should. So just keep that in mind. But this is the back of my frame. I'm just applying some pressure here. I'm not going to show you this for 30 seconds, but just take my word for it. It was 30 seconds. And from here, I'm actually going to go ahead and install the frame directly to my concrete wall, right? So this is concrete that is not painted. It is sealed on the outside, but not the inside. And the important thing that I want to note here, I should say, is that I have not pre-treated this wall. So one of the instructions would tell you to actually clean the surface with rubbing alcohol. I have not done that since it is just a bare concrete slab. So we will see how this holds up in the long run, right? So I pulled off the adhesive cover and I'm simply pushing this frame against the wall for 30 seconds. Casually looking at the camera from time to time to see how I'm doing. But anyways, yes, so just push this up against the wall for around 30 seconds. We'll see how this holds up. And ultimately, this should be a good fit. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you how long it's been standing until I had my editing deadline and I had to get this video out. Probably going to be a couple hours. So I've changed clothes. I've come back about 5 hours later, and this is in fact still on the wall, so that's good. That's what we like to see. But my intent here is to leave this as an experiment to see how long these command strips will actually stay active on this basement wall. So if you want to see how that turns out, I'll give you some updates every few months or so. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel and I'll be happy to do that. But I do have a little bit of a concern that over time you might see as moisture kind of enters and leaves the basement through, the basement walls, that you might see those command strips loosen up some. But as always, I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know. So if you want to see the outcome, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and I'll be happy to share it with you. Thanks, and I hope to see you in the next video.